first in the Collins English Dictionary is before anything or anyone else in order, time, amount, quality, or importance. Anything, sir. When anything comes first in your life and it's not God, is the greatest humiliation you can heap on him. You are practically telling him he is not Aguna Shemba 1, he's Aguna Shemba 11. You are practically condescending him. We do it, okay, people don't understand. As we enter the new year, why is it that 12 a.m. meet us in church? It's first fruit. It is the same that governs finance. Now, give me another definition quickly. Thank you. Merriam-Webster Dictionary. Preceding all others in rank, importance, or time. Master's place. I say master's place. Koza Global. Join me. Help me read it. 1, 2, go. Preceding all others in rank, importance. It is written, honor the Lord with your substance and with the first fruit of all your increase.
I'm beginning at Moses and all the prophets. He expounded unto them in all the scriptures the things concerning himself. In verse 27 of Luke 24, he expounded unto them in all the scriptures. The word expounded was translated from the Greek word daimenoa. Daimenoa was used historically to interpret signs and symbols. It is the opposite of having an opinion. That means when daimenoa is used, you have no opinion. It is a compound word derived from two words. The word die, D-I-A, die, D-I-A, which implies thoroughly across or to the other side. Thoroughly across or to the other side. And then the word hermeneuo, hermeneuo, H-E-R-M-E-N-E-U-O, which implies to interpret, to explain across, or to translate. That is to give a meaning. It was derived from the word Hermes, H-E-R-M-E-S, Hermes. That's where it was derived from. That refers to a speaker. It speaks of a skilled, trained speaker. Hermes. Luke used this word in the book of Acts in his description of Brother Paul. Acts chapter 14, verse 12. Read for me.
And they called Barnabas Jupiter and Paul Mercurius because he was the chief speaker.
He was the chief speaker. Luke wrote that Paul was called a Hermes because of his use of words. So there is skillfulness in teaching. There is skillfulness in teaching and explaining from the Holy Scriptures. It's not just anyhow. Earlier in chapter 9, he taught with the word daimenoa. Acts 9:36.
Now there was at Joppa a certain disciple named Tabitha, which by interpretation is called Dorcas. This woman was full of good works and alms deeds, which she did.
In referring to the same woman, her name was written in different languages. Named Tabitha, which is by interpretation, Dorcas. So it was written in a different language, and therefore it had to be interpreted in another language. So when Luke said that Jesus expounded to them in all the scriptures, What he implied was that Jesus interpreted the scriptures to his audience. Jesus went to the language of the writers, went to their own world, took what they communicated to their world, traveled to his own world, and used the right verbiage in his word to drive the same thoughts to his immediate audience. So that means in Bible teaching, in order for you to accurately teach a text of scripture, you must sit where they sat, understand their language of communication, understand their language, their culture, understand their worldview, then travel to our time today and look for the right verbiage to communicate the thoughts of the author when he spoke to his own audience. That's why you cannot be casual in Bible teaching. You cannot be casual. You cannot use a Macmillan dictionary to be explaining Bible words. No, those words were spoken in a language, in a culture that is not English, in a worldview that is not today's worldview. It was communicated in an environment that is not today's environment. So in order for you to understand what was communicated then, you must understand everything about that world, then travel to our world and interpret what was communicated in our language of today. That's what we call Bible interpretation. Okay? It's not just carry Bible and be reading and be saying, but it is written in the Bible. We know it is written. In what worldview? In what culture? What was the communication about? To who? By whom? And how was it communicated? What is the background to the use of that word in their world? Then you cross over to our world and look for the verbiage in our world that unveils the thought of that world in our world of today. That's why it's not anybody and everybody that can just carry the Bible and teach. It's not English material. So Jesus had to do the same. The word daimenoa, beginning at Moses and all the prophets, he expounded. The word daimenoa, he interpreted, which means the language Moses used and the language the prophets used was not the language that was used in Jesus' day. So Jesus had to go back to their ancient world and travel to his own world. So imagine 2,000 years ago was when Jesus interpreted the writings of the prophets and Moses. Imagine 2,000 years after. Now we want to teach the same book using today's dictionary. It's not. That is why when you teach it like that, and some of us who are diligent with the book, when we come, it looks like we're attacking you. It's not an attack. Anywhere light shines, darkness will feel attacked. It's natural. All you need for darkness to feel attacked is shine the light. Anywhere we interpret scripture in the face of what you taught, you will feel attacked. It's natural. We didn't do it to attack you. We can't, because of you, not shine the light. Light has to be, it has to be shown. It has to be shown. Irrespective of you, in spite of you, it's not our fault that you fail to do your due diligence. We cannot subscribe to mediocrity because we want to make you happy. There is something bigger than you. And that is the truth of the scriptures. So when we when we expound the scriptures and the light shines, anything that is darkness and the custodian of that darkness will feel automatic attack. Then they will now say, why is Damina attacking men of God?